white shirt, white shorts, and sky blue socks. As for the Edo Queens, they line up in yellow shirts, yellow shorts, and yellow socks. Let's quickly confirm the starting 11s here. With the Edo Queens, they come in into this game with just one change to the 11. And a first start for Mary Moses, who replaces Mary Ofo. Well, Doris O'Hare is in goal. Deborah Odiagbe, Marilyn Essien, Valentina Uroko, Chidema Ogbuchi, Kafaya Mafishere, Mary Moses, Mary Mamudu, Atumedosu, Sadiat Adebiye, and Chioma Moses, as of course Edo Queens will kick things off here in Port-HARCOUrt. A quick ball into the Rivers box. We'll see Adeline Ngbechi coming to get the ball, but quickly to now. The head coach of Edo is Moses Aduku. While for Rivers Angels lineup, I talked about Adeline Ngbechi. She makes a return to the starting 11 as Shukurat Bakari returns to the bench. And the first start in the Super 6 for defenders Jumaya Adebayo, Victoria Eyakandu, and Sharon Onwere, as Chisom Wachiku starts in attack for the Jewel of Rivers today. For the players, I've got things here. The crowd sense the importance of this very game. But then the big question is, can Edo Queens continue their match? There was, a successful reclaim of the title from Bayelsa, and from the angle of Rivers, can they revive their campaign and remind everyone why they remain one of the giants of Nigerian football?
Well, of course, it's all up to them. It's already kick-off right here at the Adoke Mesimaka Stadium. And I was trying to look at the lineup, which Moses Aduku made just one change to. And of course, Moses Mary will be starting her very first game in the NWFL Super 6 after coming in as a substitute in one of the games. So I think that Moses Aduku is trying to draw the attention away from Chioma Moses at the end of the day, who is going to make those runs for Edo Queens. And we see Mary Moses, who scored a hat-trick in the previous season, coming into Edo Queens, has not been able to find the back of the net. So I feel this one is also an opportunity for her. Atume Dosu and Moses Mary will also be partnering at some point in this game to be able to find the back of the net also. This takes away pressure from the likes of Mary Mamudu and Moses Esther, who everyone would be looking at.
Here is Chisom. She reclaims the ball, and of course it is going to be a marathon run into the box for Rivers now. Back to Zainab. Zainab will be dispossessed quickly into the game. But we talked about a couple of names being dropped into the bench, especially for Rivers. Amotolahi Karim alongside Abasi Ofonguwa and Grace Aliyu all returned to the bench. And that is Tosan Blankson, the coach of the side, saying, you guys haven't impressed me in the last 2 games, and so let's try something new.
Of course, let's try something new. And I think...
a chance here. Tumedosu stretch out her leg to snatch the ball away from Adeline Ngbechi. But the goalkeeper, who just returned from the Super Falcons camp, will collect the ball to safety. But also, Atumedosu was flagged offside, so it's also a free kick for the Jewels of Rivers.
Exactly. Now you see what is being played, what is playing out here. I told you about the change that Moses Aduku made for Moses Mary to start her very first game in the NWFL Super 6 this season. It takes away the pressure, but I can also see the partnership between herself and Atumedosu, because if you look at that ball that was floated into the box, she herself and Atumedosu rushed in there to see if they can get a hold of it. But the far right, of course, that is left for Moses Chioma and Mary Mamudu to boss right there. And then talking about the changes for Tosan Blankson and his side, Rivers Angels, well, I would say that the likes of Ramotalahi Karim have tried. She has a goal in the Super 6 already.
Well, Edo Queens will advance into the box yet again. They have been flagged offside. It is Mary Moses, who is playing against a former team here.
Exactly.
I think that might be the idea from Moses Aduku today.
Yes.
Play against your former team, you should know them better.
Yes, exactly. And that is why she is right here in this game. Like I said, she has not really done so well for Edo Queens during the regular season. Well, this is another opportunity, a chance for her to also be able to find the back of the net. And you can see that Deborah Odiagbe is being troubled by the far right. Let's see how she handles that.
Here is Chisom Wachiku, drops the ball into the box, but of course, danger not averted yet. This time, Sandra John has the ball. Back to Zainab. Oduga has been dispossessed now. And Jumai Adebayo will reclaim the ball for Rivers here. Floats the ball into the box. And that would see Doris here coming out to collect.
Well, Dorcas, from what I've seen so far, I think Tosan Blankson's changes is working because this new crop of players, you know, they're all out in this game. The energy is showing, the work is showing. They're trying to put in much more effort because they know that they're playing against a free-scoring side, a high-scoring side in which they need to really trap at the end of the day. And of course, like I was saying, Ramatalahi Karim, Abasio Fonua, Grace Aliyu, they've really tried their best in the NWFL Super 6. And Tosan Blankson saying, I think these changes should have come in their last game, but Tosan Blankson refused, and this time around he says, I am not going to take any chances against the Edo Queens.
But you should have seen something here because Sandra John, who is normally a left winger, is playing so high, and she's also attacking alongside Ifeoma Ikenokwalo, number 6 for Rivers on the white shirt. She's also attacking today alongside Chisom Wachiku, and that is so funny because I'm wondering, yes, we've seen the attacking intent from Sandra John, but maybe not from Ifeoma Ikenokwalo.
Yes.
I need to understand what Tosan Blankson thinks about that.
Well, I think as the game goes, it would, we'll be able to clarify all of this because right now Mary Mahmoudou is trying to make a run, locating Saidat Adebiyi, who is going to make a run forward and then gets that to Chioma Moses, marked closely by Paulinus, your Rivers Angels set-piece specialist, I must say. But then again, they are being brought down just at the corner flag. It's Rivers Angels are all out for this game. They're really all out for this game, especially with the kind of changes that we've seen that Tosan Blankson has, you know, approved for this particular game. Well, let's see how it pans out to be with Kafaya Mafishere, who is going to take this set piece for Edo Queens. It's going to be a free kick.
It's a free kick now for Edo Queens here as the regular suspect, Kafayat Mafishere, stands to take that one. Referee Rashidat Abdul Ganiyu talking to the players there while we await the delivery into the box. She blows a whistle and Mafishere will deliver the ball in, but it was just too heavy. A little bit of precision would have been able to get something out of that.
Well, taking this set piece, and I see that all of the players, both in the defense, it is only what's her name now, Valentina Oroko and Marilyn Essen, who were left to stay back, and of course also Deborah Odiagwe, but Obuchi had to come back in, fall back in, and the likes of Saidat also in the middle of the park had to also fall back in to be able to take that. So I think that both Saduku wants to deploy more players, trying to find the back of the net in this game. He just wants to be very unpredictable at the end of the day so that you cannot be able to trap one player down. Seeing all of the players in the box. But let's see how far this goes for Moses Aduku.
Well, all of the players or all of the coaches are looking to be quite unpredictable today because we talked about Ifeoma Ikenokwalo, who is the attacker for today, as well as Sandra John, who is on the wings for the Jewel of Rivers. But before we get to that, we're seeing, we saw earlier a collision. And it's going to be a free kick for Edo. I think that was Mary Mahmoudou that was brought down.
Yeah, Mary Mahmoudou was brought down. Of course, you can even see it from her yellow shirt.
Well, maybe that's not yellow anymore.
It's our mixture of colors.
Yeah. Well, yes, definitely a free kick. Kafaya Mafishere as well as Atumedosu standing behind the ball. Who takes it amongst them? We will eventually find that out. Kafaya makes 2 steps forward, drops the ball for Atumedosu. Atumedosu will strike the ball. Good idea, but poor delivery.
Poor delivery. I think this is normal with Atumedosu sometimes taking on set piece, and that's why you would never find her taking a set piece, even during the regular season. Whenever she tries it, it is always a weak one. I think one who is actually even better at that long shot and maybe taking set piece, much more better than Atumedosu, has to be Esther Inyang, who is currently not in the team. She is on the bench, but let's see if Moses Aduku might be willing to bring her, you know, maybe later on in the game. But Moses Mary is trying out her stuff. just at this particular wing, she's kind of switching with Atumedosu also, back and forth.
Yeah.
You see, I've talked about their connection. And let's see if this connection today produces something really good for Moses Aduku's team.
Yet again, we see Edo Queens prancing forward, but will be cleared out by Joey Michael, who is always rock solid in defense for Rivers. We can hear the clash of drums here.
Oh, yes. Just like we had during Bielsa and Rivers, exactly.
The South teams know how to get their fans. Well, they are closer to PORT-HARCOURT,
Yeah.
so obviously they would send their fans here. But here they come, Edo Queens. Tumadosu drops the ball in a header. It wasn't precision from Mary Moses. And Adeline Ngwechi will collect the ball, and Jumai will relinquish possession to Edo Queens. Kafaya Mafishere sent a deep cross in. Rivers will get the ball back through Oderewu Edward.
Well, so far, I think I like what I see from Kafaya Mafishere and Saidat in the middle of the pack, in combination with Mary Moses trying to always snatch the ball from this part of the wing. It's quite a tussle there. And of course, the center referee Rashidat had to, blow her whistle at this point. But so far, Edo Queens have had, more set piece right now in this game. It would be good enough for them if they can be able to convert it early. The earliest goal, Doc, as we saw, is 15 seconds into the game between FC Rubber Queens and Bielsa Queens. Courtesy of Kindness Ifeanyi.
Yeah, well, the free kick now delivered into the box from Kafaya. But Edo Queens are still in there through Valentina Uroko, who sends the cross in, will be cleared out by Rivers. Threat not averted yet. Mary Moses had the ball earlier, and this time it was a strike from Adebi. Rivers are trying to do all they can to snatch the ball possession. But it's been topsy-turvy, but here we go. It is Chioma Moses with a prancing run into the box. Drop the ball, wouldn't find any of the yellow shirts. But that is not clear yet. This time, Valentina Uroko back to Kafaya Mafishere, now to Mary Moses. She busts the ball into the box and will find her former teammate in Adeline Ngwechi, who comes out to collect.
Well, for the first time in few minutes in this game, I saw that Chioma Moses.
This time it is Zainab Odugan. Odugan will send the ball this time to Ifeoma Ikenokwalo, who is deputizing today as an attacker. But poor decision making there. That is not the instinct of a striker, I must say.
Oh yes. I was talking about the fact that for the first time, Chioma Moses was able to break away from Paulinus.
Chisholm gets past one, gets past two, sends the ball in. It is Zainab Odugan. Odugan strikes, blocked by Edo. Chioma Moses now from the midfield sends the ball to Mary Mahmoudou. Lots of Marys in this game, I must tell you. But it is Mahmoudou making that prancing run in. Chioma Moses gets past Paulinus and strikes the ball in. The ball falls. It was going to be hit out by Adeline Ngwechi, but a leg stretched out by Atumedosu might have just nicked her somewhere, as she is calling for a little bit of attention here.
Underlining Ngwechi, I tell you for sure, Doc, she's going to take a lot of heat today, most especially from Atumedosu, because this would not be the first time that there's a bit of close contact between herself, Atumedosu, and also Moses Mary. We've seen that before a few minutes back, and we're seeing it again. And of course, the medics for Rivers Angels will need to, take care of whatever she is feeling discomfort in. I was trying to talk about the fact that Chioma Moses was able to break away from Paulinus, who didn't see that coming, rushed in there, and of course, at the end of the day, that opportunity was misused. But then again, another player that I can point out for Edo Queens, who is doing quite the job for them, is Uroko Valentina. She has been really strong in the defense, which is what they know how to do. They know that they're playing against Rivers Angels, and of course, they would want to try as much as possible to defend. I also see Deborah Ojagbe dropping in from defense into the middle of the pack, carrying the ball all through, trying to find them Choma Moses also, and then Mary Mahmoud's run from the far right. I think it is something to also talk about. For Rivers Angels, the new crop of players, like I said, they are putting in 100%. They want
know what's at stake here.
Exactly. They want to please throw some blanks in, because the likes, I mean, when you see the likes of Ramotalayi Karim and Abasiofan Uwa, Grace Aliyu, Taiwo Ajibade, all on the bench, you know that you have an opportunity for yourself and you want to prove yourself 100%, and that's the kind of energy that these players have come in from for Rivers Angels so far.
Adalene Mbechi is up now and about to restart play. It is already 15 minutes on the clock now, and it is still goalless between Edo Queens and Rivers Angels here in Port-HARCOUrt, the Garden City. Zainab Oduga sends the ball to find, of course, lots of dispossessions here for the two teams. So Zainab will reclaim the ball again. She will send the ball to Jumai. Jumai's cross wasn't the best. Jumai Adebayo wasn't the best, but it is what it is. The pitch might not be perfect, but they know that all of that is secondary.
They need to get the job done.
They need to get the job done. That's the primary duty here, especially for Edo Queens. They are, but the cross is into the box, headed out. Atumedosu locking in around there. Sandra John hits the ball, and it will be a free kick for Rivers after the ball was handled by Kafaya Mafishere. But quickly talking about Edo Queens, they are chasing 3 consecutive wins at the Super 6 for the first time in their history. A draw is not a bad result for them today.
Yeah.
Because Maurice Aduku's side, they are looking to win this. But if they win, it puts them in command of the title here. So they know what is at stake. They know what the job is. For Rivers Angels, they enter this contest under massive pressure following, back-to-back defeats. And historically, Rivers Angels have only managed 2 wins in each of the Super 6. Each of the Super 6 campaigns since 2022. They only have 1 win so far this season. So would today make it a second?
Well, looking at both sides, of course, we can draw some instances from the regular season.
Well, we'll get back to you shortly, Nenge, but the Queens of Edo are advancing, and Atumedosu will send the ball back. Oh, it will be stopped by Captain Paulinus. Paulinus gets the ball back again from Zainab. This time she'll put a true ball into the area, but he was headed out, and it is a throw-in. Referee says in favor of Rivers, but the linesman referee says no, it is in favor of Edo, and Edo will take that. But then again, it yielded no fruits. Then get back to you.
Well, it's also always closely contested, like what we saw during the regular season in the very first leg in Port-HARCOUrt here, where Rivers Angels...
You were here for that game too.
Exactly, I was here for that game where Rivers Angels defeated, and Mary Mahmoud is on the run right now.
She's offside.
Offside. About 3 or so for Edo Queens. Offside now during the start of this game. And that game was also keenly contested. 2-1, I remember Atumedosu scoring and Abasiofan Uwa scoring both goals on that very day. And I know that it was myself and you who did the interviews that day with the both of them. Yeah. And Abasiofan Uwa said she has a dream and ambition to become the highest goal scorer. The same thing that Atumedosu said. And you can see how keenly contested it is on the highest goal scorer list. After Atumedosu, you find Abasiofan Uwa.
Mary Moses will send the ball to Kafaya, whose cross wasn't the best. It was trying to search for her teammate up there, but the delivery wasn't obviously the best. The throwing now for Edo with Marilyn Essien. Atumedosu with chests. And Sharon was adjudged by the center referee to have shoved Dosu a little bit on the back. And that would definitely be yet again another free kick for Edo side. Well, those girls are too neat for me. They haven't exactly used the top to its fullest.
Whose girls?
Both girls.
Well, I think it's except you fall to the pitch. That's when you can get
That's what I
stained.
mean. We need to see them more doing that. Go to the
But
ground.
there is already one person who has that stain at her back for Edo Queens. That's Mary Mamodu.
Kafaya Fisheries cross into the ball, into the net. But it was deep into the net. But
Yeah.
the quick reaction from Adeline Ndechi
Yes.
ensure that a little touch on the hand, send it out for a corner kick in favor of Edo Queens.
It's the way she was wobbling inside the net. She has not. It's like she does not know who she's playing with. Of course, it's Edo Queens. They would stress you out. But of course, I like that she's living
They
up to
also don't know
expectation.
Adeline Ndechi because she is one of the best goalkeepers
Oh
in the
yes,
league.
she is. She is. She is. You can say that again. I mean, you've seen her reflexes, very sharp. So far, so good for Rivers Angels. She's definitely right there, strong in between her sticks, as well as the defenders for Rivers Angels.
Well, if you're just joining us, Edo on yellow shirts and yellow shorts here. Cross into the box. Edo Rivers haven't cleared the ball, dilly-dallying in the area this time. Chisom gets it. Chisom Wachuku finds Ifa Mike Nakwalo, who gets the ball. Silly Former gets past one, puts the ball through, and Sandra John making the run as a fullback here. She's playing as a winger. Here goes Chisom Wachuku. Chisom strikes the ball, but it wasn't directed towards goal. But that is the best connection so far we've seen from the three players up front.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And also, you want to look at the defensive line for Moses Saduku's team, Edo Queens. They know that one person alone cannot be able to mark the speed of Sandra John, who is now on the wings, like you were saying. A very good change from Tosan Blanson, I must confess. and I like the way that she has been going so far in this game. You now have the combination of all of the four defenders, you know, trying to track down one player. And I think that Moses Saduku and his team, Edo Queens, should be careful. Otherwise, Rivers Angels will spot that space and, of course, exploit it at the end of the day, because they know that all the defenders now are moving towards one direction. So they should be careful enough.
With the results in the second match of the day between Abia Rangers and Nasarawa Amazons ending in a goalless draw, if Edo Queens win this very tie against Rivers, the league title will become theirs to lose, as they would head into the final day with, you know, superior goal difference, and their destiny will be in their own hands. But as for now, it is really, really close. A tight battle here for the crown. Here goes Chima Moses from the right-hand side of flank, moving into the 18-yard area, drops the ball in, poor communication, Edosti gets it, and yes! The first goal is scored, but the center referee says there is a handball in the box, and so that goal will be chalked off. Rashidat Abdul Ganiyu says the ball was handed in the box. But what a chance that is. Yes, after she touched the ball with her legs, trying to get past the defender, the ball came to her, got a little bit of contact on the ball with her hand, and the referee spotted that actually. So that goal will not stand as it remains goalless here in Port-HARCOUrt.
Well, good play from Chioma Moses. She didn't want to make that run past any defender. She just wobbled her way in.
Well, here goes Rivers now. It is Ifama. She takes a strike at it, but it was blocked out by Valentina Uroko. That was a timely block and will save the day for Edo Queens, who also saw the back of the net earlier. But the goal was struck off for handball. Now it is getting entertaining.
It is getting entertaining. I mean, Dorcas, I want to refer you back to the regular season. It was as entertaining as this also.
Absolutely.
And that is what we're seeing from the displays of both sides. I was trying to say it was a good connection between Chioma Moses, who dabbled in that ball, got into the box at once, and of course gave a chance for our attackers to be able to make use of it. They found the back of the net, but of course the referee spotted an infringement.
Chioma Moses is running into the box, drops the ball in. Atumadose was looking to snatch the ball away from Adeline Ngbechi, but the goalkeeper, rock solid as always. Perfect reflexes, perfect timing, will collect the ball off the feet of Atumadose. And we'll now start things here for Rivers, who are searching, who are asking, who are seeking to change their destiny in the Super 6 with the earlier results today. But Edo Queens will not relent. The ever marauding Chima Moses will take a strike, and it will come off the body of Sharon. Don't worry.
It seems that Paulinos has forgotten that she's supposed to be doing her job of marking Moses, because I see Moses as breaking away freely, and what she just does is, we're not seeing the way she was performing against Abia Angels, where she would go past the defenders. She's now the one taking care of the crosses, the passes into the box to try and find Atumedosu, Mary Moses, or even Mary Mahmudu, who makes a good run now.
Mary Mahmudu is making a run, dumps the ball deep into the box, and it will be a corner kick this time, as it was taken out by Rivers' defense. The ever rock solid Kafaye Mafishere goes for duty to deliver the corner kick. It is 26 minutes now. And Kafaye indicating where the ball will go to, sends the cross into the Atumedosu heads, but wasn't directed towards goal. Rivers will clear, and this time the ball will be delivered straight into the box by Marilyn Essien, but it wasn't heavy enough to trouble Adeline Ngbechi. Well, Essien gets the ball again. Essien to Mary Moses. Mary Moses. She has Jumai to get past, Jumai Adebayo to get past, and Jumai will snatch the ball away. Ball back to Essien. It was of course Mafishere who was trying to find her teammate, but the ball will go straight to the goalkeeper.
Well, I don't think she was trying to find anybody there. She saw that it was a free space and then decided to still put that ball in. You cannot afford to waste, any of the chances that you get to, make a good connection with your teammates. But I think I like the way, what I'm seeing from Ifeoma Ikenokwalo up front. Always right in position. Sandra John also.
Well, she has done this before sometimes,
yeah,
searching for goals when it absolutely matters. So it might take some persons as a surprise because it's not her usual position to play in. But this time, she's doing it almost with perfection. Maybe not almost perfection.
Yeah.
There are a little bit of questions to be asked with how she's positioned, how she has tried to hold control of the ball or trying to send the passes to find Chisom Wachuku, which has not worked sometimes. But then you can't fault her. She is trying. Here we go again with Edo Queens attacking now through the right-hand flank. Chioma Moses driving in, headed out by Joy Michael. It is Kafaye Mafishere now. She finds Mary Moses making the run. Rather, Chioma Moses. Lots of Mary, lots of Moses.
From the coach down to two players in the field, lots of Mary and Moses. Well, of course, another coach who has been able to master the tactics of playing some players out of their position is Emmanuel Osaon of FC Robo Queens. We see him whereby he uses the likes of Esther Oyenezide, in the wings, and of course,
attacking. To be an attacker.
Exactly, and we see them in defense. Yeah. Exactly. So I think Tosan Blankson has, been able to cop that out from Coach Emmanuel Osaon of FC Robo Queens, and I think for now, it's quite the right thing to do.
Well, it's a cagey affair here because the two sides haven't scored just yet, and it's currently goalless. A goalless affair here means that these two sides will do all that they can to get themselves in the game. Who will break the deadlock? Who will be the team to open play here? Edo earlier believed that they would be the first team to have struck first, but that goal was chalked off for handball because it was, of course, Mary Mahmudu's hand that connected with the ball. Here we go with Edward. Edward trying to find Chisom Wachuku, who though haven't seen the ball as much as she should. But here we go. It is Mary Mamudu finds Chioma Moses. Chioma Moses crosses the ball in, trying to find Mary Moses. But Rivers will be rock solid. Joy Michael involved in that. Ifeoma Ikenakwalo trying to head the ball to find Sandra John. But now it's Edo Queens playing Rivers half court. Chioma Moses makes a run on the right-hand side of attack, pushes the ball too much. And out it goes for a throw-in for Rivers. I mean, she was doing too much there. I think a little touch on that ball would have been just perfect.
Exactly. I mean, she pushed it too much, and of course, it got out of the line. Exactly, and of course, so far so good. Like you said, a very cagey affair that we're seeing here, with very beautiful runs also coming in from Edo Queens. Rivers Angels have not been able to find that attacking flair just yet. They have been doing more of the defense here because of the kind of runs that Edo Queens have been making for the past few minutes. But of course, that's what you expect when the likes of Edo Queens and Rivers Angels will clash. But I feel like there might be a change of rhythm at the end of the day. And I see that Merit of Four might be warming up now for Edo Queens. We'll keep tabs on that. When I saw the lineup, Dorcas, I was trying to tell you about this particular change that, of course, Moses Aduko made. But we see that it's working so far.
Well, it is working. It is Atume Dosso who had the ball trying to find Mary Mamudu, but it would not connect. And it's a throw-in for Edo, just like we see Precious Oscar and Mary Ofo warming up for Edo. We're seeing Grace Aliyu and Abasi Openguwa also warming up as well. Or might be seeing early changes or not, we never know. But there's a throw-in again for Edo with Marilyn Essien. Throwing the ball, trying to find Chioma, who has switched places. Chioma Moses switched to the left now because she is having difficulties on the right-hand side. She wants to try to use Jumai.
Exactly.
Jumai Adebayo this time. But we know Jumai. We saw her at the Under-17 World Cup in Morocco last year with the Under-17s, the Flamingos last year. She can be really good on the job as well.
But it's worth a try. Talking about Moses Choma here, because she has always done that. I mean, from the left to the right, she has always switched positions with Merit of Four, and right now she has switched with Moses Mary, who is currently in this game. Well, she was brought down just now. A tackle there.
That wasn't exactly a tackle. I think it was a clean takeaway of the ball. That's what I think. But the referee might have seen something different.
Yeah, Rashidat, exactly.
Absolutely. But I think that was a clean takeaway of the ball.
Well, another free kick. Kafaya Mafishero will be standing behind Atume Dosu once again.
Well, they are trying something new. In the other games, it was just Kafayat Mafishero.
Yeah.
But today they are thinking, let's do something else to shake things up a little bit. Well, the referee has blown a whistle now.
Hope this will not be weak.
Kafaya will take the strike directed towards goal. Maybe inches off it. And Adeline Ngbechi understood where the ball was going and didn't exactly have a touch on it, and it would be a goal kick. And she is on the turf, where there are options here. If Adeline Ngbechi can no longer continue, they will bring back Shukura Bakare, who will be the goalkeeper for them until her return.
And was not done too bad herself.
Yeah, I think she's been okay. Yeah,
she's done okay. So far, so good for Rivers. Well, Adeline Ngbechi, I do not know, but she has her hands on her waist and shaking her head and say, "Oh boy, this game, eh?"
I mean, she knows the foe so well. It's not her first time playing against them.
Yeah.
But here we go. Ifeoma Ikenakwalo will get the ball. She is brought down. A referee says it's a throw-in for Edo Queens after the ball has gone out. For Ikenakwalo, she was seeking a free kick.
I'm sorry, but I'm a bit distracted by these mascots with a big backside and front side. You know, just trying to stroll around the touchline. But then back to the game.
34 minutes in. No goals to report here in Port-HARCOUrt, with former champions doing their thing. Well, here we go, Mary Mahmood. But we'll send the cross in as Mary Moses. Yeah, there's lots of switches here.
Oh, exactly so, Dorcas. Atumedosu is now coming in back to the flank where Moses Mary was. Moses Mary wants to fall back in the middle of the pack also and try to help things there. Oh, she has the ball now. Trying out with Sandra John.
Oh, Jemai will send the ball to Edward. Edward was seeking to get the ball to Ifoma Ikenokwala, but that will not connect. Now Ifoma gets it. A little bit of control there. That is a Chisom Wachuku. Jumaya Debayo has to try to get past Mary Mahmood. That is Mary Moses. And it's a throw-in for Edo Queens with Marilyn Essien. She knows her job and she always rushes to get the job done.
Yes, exactly so, Dorcas. I mean, when they have told you that this is your job on the pitch, of course.
The ball goes in. A foul this time. It is the eagle eye of Rashidat Abdul Ganayu, the center referee, that has spotted everything. The handballs that you didn't see,
yeah,
the fouls that you didn't see. Well, that's her job, and she has almost been flawless at
exactly
it.
So that's her job for now, and we've not even seen, yellow cards yet in this particular encounter, unlike what we saw in the last encounter where we saw about 2 yellow cards in that encounter. But for now, Rashidat, all she does is give you caution with her mouth. I mean, I know that when it's time, of course, she would necessarily do that with the yellow card. But so far, good play from both sides, Edo Queens and Rivers Angels, with a lot of switches in between. And in some minutes, we might be seeing the first change for Moses Aduku's side. But we'll definitely follow that one up and keep tabs on it.
I don't think he has seen something, and so the first change will be made. We're seeing Precious Oscar. Precious Oscar will or might just be the first change here. And we know how dangerous she can be on the attack as well.
Exactly. Always a game changer whenever she comes in. 2 goals to her name in the NWFL Super 6 this season already. And she came off the bench to score those goals. I think Masaduko wants goals early in this game.
He knows how important an early goal can change the game.
Exactly. Just to, be able to ward off the pressure a bit. And I also saw him giving instructions specifically to Precious Oscar on what she can do to be able to make a wave in this particular game.
Well, it is an attacking now from Rivers. I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but at the point that too much whistling in the game can be a game changer.
Well, Dorcas, you've been trying to say that these players have not been working hard. That is Ogbuchi Chidima.
Okay.
Roll on the floor and you see.
I go back. Well, the first change is about to be effected, and the plan wasn't working with Mary Moses. And this time, Aduku has said, well, come off now. We have got to change something else. And Precious Oscar will come to replace her now. In the 38th minutes, the changes will be made. Hopefully they don't need that sub heading into deeper into this game.
Exactly. I told you about this when I looked at the lineup and I saw that Mary Moses was starting. I told you about the fact that she has really had a slow start from the regular season up until this point. Why the choice from Moses Aduku? But there you have Mary Mahmood. Before we complete that,
it is an attack with Mary Mahmood. Now a deep cross into the box, finding out Sumedoso, who has Precious Oscar. Oh, the game changer! Yes, she is. Precious Oscar, who has come off the bench repeatedly, and this time she might have just done it again for Edo Queens. In the 39th minute, a minute after coming in, Precious Oscar will give Edo Queens the lead here against the host, the Rivers Angels, who know that losing here means that they are already out of the title race.
Dorcas, I just told you about this particular change. Whenever Precious Oscar is called upon from the bench, she comes in and makes a change. She is a game changer. We've seen her perform, aside from Edo Queens during the regular season. We've seen how she would change the game for the under-17 side also, and the under-20 side, and she's proven that she's so worth a national talent in this Moses Aduku's team. She came off the bench in the very last game. She found the back of the net, and she has been able to do it again. I told you that Moses Aduku saw the problems in this game, and he gave specific instructions to Precious Oscar, and Precious Oscar came in, delivered on the instructions that she has been given. She has found the back of the net. Her number 3 goal in the NWFL Super 6 2025 and 2026 season. Dorcas, what a game we have experienced. Although there is a player for Rivers Angels
We will get
down.
to that, but let's talk about the goal a little bit. Because like you said, Precious Oscar has always been that game changer, and yet again, she might just have been it again. As we are seeing Rivers Angels players struggling on the ground. Well, Precious has followers. Precious has, fans all across. She is a social media sensation.
Oh yes.
She is a TikTok queen. They love to call her that. But
I think it helps players in a way, because we have the likes of Oloko Fatima also making waves on social media. It helps them.
Well, it is, or it was. Play will resume. I wonder what is going on there. Precious Oscar gets the ball, trying to find Chema Moses, who could not connect rightfully with the ball. And Rivers will clear. Oh, it is getting disastrous here for Rivers Angels, who seem to be making schoolgirls errors now. Maybe not that. Maybe it could be the pitch. You never know. But doing that against Edo, yeah, the pitch actually stopped the ball, and luckily Precious Oscar or Edo Queens did not score from there. It is Sharon Onwere, who was on the top earlier, but now she's looking to come back in. Chema Moses gets the ball. Still Chema Moses trying to make it cross, but it will be cleared out this time by Edwards. Oderwo Edwards, always dropping back to defend for her team. Sharon Worry. Oh, it was Adeline Ngbechi coming out to quickly collect the ball to safety. And the referee is having a thing or two to say. Well, it's 43 minutes now on the clock, 2 minutes to 45. And maybe extra time as well. Free kick here. Paulinus would send the cross deep into the box. Kafaya Mafishere would find Chioma Moses. Chioma Moses has Zaina Boduga with her. She is trying to get past her, goes back. This time it is a deep cross into the box and will be cleared out by Joy Michael. And now it's a free kick for Rivers Angels now. I mean, the team with the most intent here is taking the lead, and you could say they deserve it.
Oh yes, they deserve it. I mean, after that 1-0 loss to Nasarawa Amazons, that was a very big lesson taught by Christopher Danjuma and his girls, Nasarawa Amazons, to Moses Aduku. And Moses Aduku said, you know what, I'm going to revive that contention in this particular Super 6, and I'm going to do that scoring a lot of goals. And that's what we'll see in the past 2 matches against Abia Angels 6-2, against FC Robo Queens 4, I think 4-1 in that game. And Mosaduku's side is on the way again. If Rivers Angels is not careful, they may still be able to find more goals because, of course, it gives them the edge, of course, on the table when it comes to goal differences. But so far, so good. Yes, beautiful display. And Rivers Angels have been doing a lot of defending lately.
The Jewel of Rivers will be desperate to return to winning ways and reigniting their title aspirations here. But they currently are trailing by a goal to nil to Edo, especially their impeccable home record this season. In the regular season, they won 100% of every game played here at the Dokia Mesamaka Stadium. And they scored first, but are slowly slipping away in their own backyard at the Super 6 here, because a loss here means, title aspirations are over. No chance of pulling off a comeback here in front of your home fans. This will be shocking for them because over the years, Rivers are the go-to team when it comes to women's football. But that might just not be the case anymore, with the likes of Edo, with the likes of Bayosa remaining consistent as well, or pushing and asking. We're 2 minutes added to the 45 now. Home record here needs to probably stay 100% if they want to continue that. But here we go. Rivers are on the attack now. Ifoma Ikanakwala will strike the ball, but the ball will be sent to safety by O'Hare. Doris O'Hare will come out to collect the ball to safety, gathers it, and that is exactly what she will do to keep Edo still in the game and leading. Zaina Boduga to Chisom Wachuku, who has been dispossessed now, and Chioma Moses. Mary Mamudu to Chioma Moses. Chioma Moses on the right hand of flank, tips the ball into the area. Finds Precious Oscar, who strikes, but the ball wouldn't go directly towards the net as Rivers goalkeeper in Adeline Ngbechi.
Because look at the way that Chioma Moses displaced Paulinos, who was tailing her at some point. Showed her skill there and still was able to arrive into the box, and then went in, sending across down to Oscar Precious, who she knows that is 100% sure if she gets the ball, it can be quite dangerous and threatening to Rivers Angels. Well, Atume Dosu would also need to make her presence known, not being lazy on the ball, but trying to make sure that she moves her body as much as she can if she wants to be able to find the back of the net also in this game.
Well, it is just again another throw-in. We will get to more of the history class later, because historically Rivers have enjoyed the better record in this fixture. They've won 4 of their last 9 meetings, and the Queens have recorded just 2 victories, while 3 encounters ended level. But it looks like we can now increase that tally. Well, it's not full time yet, but if the score remains this way, we can increase that now to 3 victories for Edo, especially in this fixture. Well, that is, of course, the whistle blown by the center referee in Rashidat Abdul Ganiyu. It is halftime here in Port-HARCOURT, and what a contest we have had between these two sides, carrying very different emotions into this afternoon. Edo Queens came here looking to continue their momentum. As for Rivers, they came here looking for a reaction. And for 45 minutes, we've seen exactly why this fixture was built as, the standout matches of the match day 4. The tackles have been fierce, the battles have been intense, the quality has flashed in moments, and neither side have been willing to take a back step. But as we know, in football, matches like this are rarely won in the first half. They are won in moments when legs become heavy, when concentration is tested, and when somebody finds the courage to make the difference. Well, that difference might just have been made through Oscar Precious's 39th minute strike. and they would head into the tunnel. Edo Queens leading the first 45, 1-0 against Rivers Angels.
The stage is set for the PORT-HARCOURT 2026 NWFL Premiership Super 6 as 6 of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League ticket. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline, and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they entered the Super Six as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super 6. The PORT-HARCOURT side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, they became the first Nigerian team to play continental football after winning the 2021 title featuring in the WAFU B and CAF Women's Champions League. Apart from 2025 4th position, Rivers Angels always finish in the top 3 at the end of playoffs since 2021. Tosan Blankson's side hope to win their 8th title, equaling Pelican Stars' feat. Robo Queens emerged as one of the revelations of the campaign after finishing strongly in Group B. The Lagos-based side impressed with their youthful energy, technical quality, and excellent home form. With several exciting young talents influencing games, Robo Queens have shown that they can compete with the traditional heavyweights. The Lagos Landladies is making a return to the Super 6 for the first time since 2023. Their best finish in the last 5 Super 6 tournaments was a 3rd place spot in 2021. Emmanuel Osaho's side will dream of winning their maiden league title here. Nasarawa Amazons once again demonstrated why they are among Nigeria's elite women's club. Last season's runners-up relied on resilience and experience to secure qualification. Their balanced squad, winning mentality, and ability to recover from difficult situations makes them dangerous opponents for any team in the Super 6. Apart from 4th place finish in 2023, the Solid Babes have been a competitive force at the Super 6 with 2nd place finishes in 2022 and 2025 respectively, narrowly missing out on the title last year. Triumph in PORT-HARCOURT equals the Northern side's 3rd league title. Abia Angels are enjoying a historic breakthrough campaign after qualifying for their first ever Super 6. The Umuahia-based side built their success on consistency, teamwork, and disciplined performances across the season. As debutants at this stage, they could become the tournament's surprise package. They aim to win their maiden league title in their first ever playoffs appearance. Edo Queens, the former league champions, returned to the Super 6 with strong ambitions of reclaiming the title. Edo Queens possess a blend of experienced stars and emerging talents capable of troubling any opposition. Their organized defensive structure and swift attacking transitions remain key strengths heading into the championship playoffs. The Benin City-based side won their maiden league title in 2024, their best finish in the tournament, representing the country well on the continental stage. They had a third-place finish last year after abysmal performance in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The Super Six promises intense competition as tradition, ambition, and emerging powerhouses collide in the race for the 2025 and 2026 NWFL Premiership crown. The stage is set for the PORT-HARCOURT 2026 NWFL Premiership Super Six as six of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League ticket. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline, and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they entered the Super Six as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super Six. The PORT-HARCOURT side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, they became the first Nigerian team to play continental football after winning the 2021 title, featuring in the WAFU B and CAF Women's Champions League. Apart from 2025 4th position, Rivers Angels always finish in the top 3 at the end of playoffs since 2021. Tosan Blankson's side hope to win their 8th title, equaling Pelican Stars' feat. Robo Queens emerged as one of the revelations of the campaign after finishing strongly in Group B. The Lagos-based side impressed with their youthful energy, technical quality, and excellent home form. With several exciting young talents influencing games, Robo Queens have shown that they can compete with the traditional heavyweights. The Lagos Landladies is making a return to the Super Six for the first time since 2023. Their best finish in the last 5 Super Six tournaments was a 3rd place spot in 2021. Emmanuel Osaho's side will dream of winning their maiden league title here. Nasarawa Amazons once again demonstrated why they are among Nigeria's elite women's club. Last season's runners-up relied on resilience and experience to secure qualification. Their balanced squad, winning mentality, and ability to recover from difficult situations makes them dangerous opponents for any team in the Super Six. Apart from 4th place finish in 2023, the Solid Babes have been a competitive force at the Super Six with 2nd place finishes in 2022 and 2025 respectively, narrowly missing out on the title last year. Triumph in PORT-HARCOURT equals the Northern side's 3rd league title. Abia Angels are enjoying a historic breakthrough campaign after qualifying for their first ever Super Six. The Umuahia-based side built their success on consistency, teamwork, and disciplined performances across the season. As debutants at this stage, they could become the tournament's surprise package. They aim to win their maiden league title in their first ever playoffs appearance. EDO Queens, the former league champions, returned to the Super Six with strong ambitions of reclaiming the title. EDO Queens possess a blend of experienced stars and emerging talents capable of troubling any opposition. Their organized defensive structure and swift attacking transitions remain key strengths heading into the championship playoffs. The Benin City Best side won their maiden league title in 2024, their best finish in the tournament, representing the country well on the continental stage. They had a third place finish last year after abysmal performance in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The Super Six promises intense competition as tradition, ambition, and emerging powerhouses collide in the race for the 2025 and 2026 NWFL Premiership crown. The stage is set for the PORT-HARCOURT 2026 NWFL Premiership Super Six as six of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League ticket. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline, and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they entered the Super Six as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super Six. The PORT-HARCOURT side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, they became the first Nigerian team to play continental football after winning the 2021 title, featuring in the WAFU B and
The mics are not. This is blue also.
The 45 minutes to play for. Edo Queens have the lead here at the Dokia Mr. Marcus Stadium as the two sets of players are back on the turf to execute a very crucial 45 minutes as we await our center referee Rashidat Abdul Ganiyu to get us on the way. It is very important that Rivers Angels would actually get a leveler here to give them a chance, so to speak, in the title race. But they haven't been doing all of that. Edo Queens are looking to kick us off here. I'll make that Rivers as we wait for the teams to structure themselves. Well, it feels like there are still plenty of twists left in this very story. But we cannot tell as Rivers through Sandra John will kick things off out here. It is now Edo who has the ball. Rivers through Paulinus. Sandra John now to Zainab Oduga, who has been brought down by Kafaya Mafishere. Center referee spotted that it was exactly in front of her. And she has given Rivers a free kick here. And stepping up to take that is Paulinus Ifoma. Sends the ball in, finding Chisom Nwachukwu. Chisom gets the ball, but the ball will go out of play. That was slow response from Chisom.
Oh yes, if she had been pacey enough to find it, I think Paulinus put it in the very right direction, where she knows that, of course, the attackers up front would be able to do something useful with that. But, of course, like you already stated, a poor response from Chisom there. If they want to be able to equalize in this game and possibly get ahead, Rivers Angels will need to do much more work in this second 45 minutes. Of course, it's the character, that tells in the second 45 minutes who is going to be the winner at the end of the day. Paulinus has done her work, like you always say, that she is a set-piece specialist for them. Well, let's see how many of the set pieces they can be able to use as potentials in the game.
Here goes Rivers now, a deep cross into the box, finding E4 Maika Nokwalo, who has been dispossessed now. Good defending there. Sends the ball to attack, and Rivers will clear the lines through Sharon Onwere. But this time it's going to be a throw-in for Edo Queens with Kafayat stepping up to take that. Throw-in taken as we are seeing movements on the bench of Rivers. About 3 changes to come. The likes of Patience, Otubo, Abasi Ofiongowa, and Ramotolahi Karim. We'll get to that shortly. But of course, the game must continue. But Nengi, I'll come to you now. Let's look at this attack first. Adeline Bechi will clear that out as she saw the onrushing Moses Chioma coming in. But what do Rivers need to do differently in the second 45 minutes to get them a chance in the game?
I think the changes that Tosan Blankson is about to make will be the difference in the game for...
Yeah, we'll get to that shortly, but let's look at the changes now. It is, of course, Zainab Oduga coming off for 14. And it is Paulinus Ifoma coming off for Ramotolahi Karim, who is off, and Zainab Oduga is also out as well.
Of course, Ramotolahi just came in and she has her very first touch and sending the cross into the box to find Abasiofan Uwa. It's back to Abasiofan Uwa, who would have to deal with Saidat Adebi there. Well, of course, I was trying to say that these 3 changes made by Tosan Blankson might be the difference for Rivers Angels. It's not like we need not see the firepower of some of the players. They were very hungry in the first half, but these are traditional names that played against Edo Queens during the regular season in the first and second leg. The first leg in Rivers, scoring goals also. Abasiofan Uwa scored 2 goals in that encounter. And then getting back to Edo Queens also, it was the same thing. So these are traditional names. They know the team they are playing against, Edo Queens. So this might be the difference for Tosan Blankson and his girls, Rivers Angels. We already see that flow from Ramotolahi Karim from the very right flank. So I guess we just need to give them time and see how much they would change the rhythm of the game for Tosan Blankson.
Well, right now we have about 4 attackers in for Rivers with the likes of Chisom Nwachukwu, Ramotolahi Karim, Abasiofan Uwa, who've come in to replace as well. And Patience Otubo, who comes in earlier to replace Zainab Oduga. Throwing out for Rivers here. Headed for Edo Queens by Chioma Moses. Edo Queens get it now from the midfield, trying to find Chioma Moses, but it is going to be, of course, a Kanyan Due, who would send that one out for throwing. Edo gets the ball. Paulinus, or rather Precious Oscar, was locking in around there, but it is Ngbechi who comes out to collect the ball. Rivers seems very, they lack that urgency. It is also very, very, very a slow-paced game. It is, of course, Rivers now through Chisom, and the ball will go out for a throw-in right now. Victoria Kandue had the ball, put the ball in play. This time it is Edward. Now to Abasio Fiongowa, but the ball will not fall to her. The ball will go out for a throw-in in favor of Edo Queens. Well, Edo Queens still lead this time by a goal to nil. A 39th minute goal from Precious Oscar, who was also a substitute just a minute into the game, and she will get the goal. But time on the clock, 53. As we are about to see yet another change from Rivers, with Grace Saliu moving in and around the area. But let's specifically look into this very Super 6 meeting between these two sides. Edo and winless against Rivers Angels in their last 4 meetings. They have managed only 2 draws and losing 2, but today might just be a different story.
Absolutely. Like we would always say right here, that every match day comes with its own fascinating chapter, comes with its own amazing story, and we're seeing that Edo Queens are determined to break that jinx at the end of the day. But here you go, Abasia Fanua taking that to Chisom. Chisom will need to get past Deborah Odiagbe.
Chisom Wachiko delivers the ball in, and of course it is a chance here for Rivers, but it was going to be a good block, a good save from the goalkeeper, Doris O'Hare. Rivers were almost level through, of course, Edward. Other way, Edward. But Doris O'Hare will save the day for Edo Queens here. That is the best attack we've seen from Rivers the entire game.
Absolutely. And of course, it's because of the changes that Tosin Blankson has been able to effect in this game. And of course, it's because of those changes and the line in which once again taking the heat at the end of the day. Well, the referee, Rashida, would walk back to her to check if she's doing fine. But here we go, Doc, as a substitution for Rivers. Grace Saliu will be coming in for Edward Oderewu Tejiri for Rivers Angels.
So more attacking players in.
Exactly.
And it looks like, damn it, they don't care about defense now.
Exactly. Tosin Blankson is pushing in everyone up
Everything
front.
of his Arsenal.
And of course, that very last chance that we experienced just now, that we just saw, of course, it was courtesy of Abasia Fanua getting that ball and then giving it to Chisom from the left, and Chisom managed to be slick about it, putting in that cross in it before Doris Oya was able to get that save. And I think we're beginning to see that something is changing for Rivers Angels in this game. If they keep at that pace, they might be able to find the back of the net to equalize.
Lots of maybes here, lots of ifs for Rivers Angels, who are going through it now. From Chisom Wachiko to Grace Saliu, the substitute, delivers the ball in, and will go into the waiting arms of Doris O'Hare. Doris O'Hare will start playing, and currently as we speak, it is Chima Moses, who is trying to find Mary Mahmoudou. Mary Mahmoudou was earlier dispossessed by Ifeanyi Kenokwalo, but that is going to be a foul and a free kick for Edo Queens here.
Well, that's the same pace that Choma Moses carries. It's the same pace that Mary Mahmoudou carries. And that's why you see Ifeoma struggling with her. I was trying to drag her back with her clothes, but that will be needed, especially when a winger has that kind of a pace. Well, let's see what Kafaya Bafishere does. We'll say this is a juicy one for them, for Edo Queens. So let's see if this could potentially get them ahead.
Maybe for me, I would have preferred a left footer to deliver this one, but Kafayat is the free kick specialist for Edo Queens. And so she is about to deliver the cross into the box. That she does perfectly, but cleared out by Rivers. There was a little bit of delay in there, but that wouldn't matter as they will clear the ball out now. It is Victoria and Yakandwe. Yakandwe will send that ball out. So throwing now for Edo Queens. And it is going to be captain in Deborah Odiagbe. Odiagbe to Chioma Moses. This time, Mary Mahmoudou and Chioma Moses will combine to get something. And another free kick. Another free kick. I mean, the referee is looking at Chioma Moses there. As we can hear some of the Edo fans screaming penalties. But obviously that wasn't a penalty. It was right outside the box. The referee spotted that.
Well, I like that Choma Moses is a player that is not afraid to go for the ball. It doesn't matter the height of the ball. That's why you see that her shoulder was affected because she rushed into that ball, clashing with the other player. But she's back up. Another one again, like you would say, left footer, but Kafaya Mafishere has to do the duty for them, as she is the person who has continually do this rather for Edo Queens all throughout the regular season up till this point.
Well, Kafaya standing just right behind the ball. Kafaya Mafishere. She will deliver the ball in, but this time wasn't exactly the best from the defensive midfielder for Edo. In those Super 6 meetings between the two sides, every time Rivers scored first, they have won. But today they trail by a goal to nil. And it is Deborah Odiagbe who will be dispossessed by Grace Aliu. The referee says that was too much, and it will be a free kick. I mean, who gives a penalty from this place? I was going to say penalty, but who gives a penalty from way far on the 90 from the 18-yard box?
Well, Toscan Blankson is on the touchline having a communication with the assistant referee, pointing and trying to do their job for them. But of course,
well, it's yet again another free kick. Another set piece that they haven't used in their favor, just like Rivers Angels.
Yeah.
But Kafayat Mafishere is right behind the ball. She does what she does best. Delivers the cross in. It is Rashidat Abdul Ganiyu who said that is offside, I guess. But the second half hasn't been as electric as the first 45 minutes.
Well, you can say that, Dorcas. I think, well, at the starting point, it was going to give that reform. But at some point, I think the energy dropped, most especially for Rivers Angels, because we've seen Edo Queens on in the half of Rivers Angels for a while now. And so, but let's see if they can be able to rise up to the occasion, talking about Rivers Angels, because they would need that due to the way that this game is going. We've seen Edo Queens snatching the ball a lot lately, maintaining possession, carrying it forward, and that is not what we've seen from Rivers Angels.
Oh my days, that is dangerous. It is a Sharon, don't worry. Don't worry. Whose knee went straight to the face of Atumedosu. That should be the first yellow card of the game, and it goes to Sharon in the hour mark. 60 minutes. That will be the yellow card. The first yellow card, as we see it go to Rivers' Sharon Onwere after she raised her legs highest on the face of
Atumedosu.
That was dangerous.
Exactly, quite dangerous.
In some other leagues, that would be a red card. Because, I mean, it has no place to the face.
Oh, yes. But we've seen that the referees in the Super 6 are very lenient with their decision at the end of the day. And we do hope that Atumedosu will be very fine as she's taking... Well, of course, she says probably she can continue. All right, she's out and would be trying to get back in.
Oh, she's a strong girl.
Exactly. And I think it didn't have much effect on her. Thankfully, that was because that was quite dangerous. She'll be waiting for the referee to call on her to get back into the game. But before then, Chioma Moses and Kafayama Fishere will be pairing for this free kick this time around.
So I put it to you that Chioma Moses will take in this one?
Let's wait and see.
Well, she doesn't. Kafayama struck the ball, but it goes straight into the weighty arms of Adeline Ngbechi, who was waiting patiently for the ball to drop into her hands. And thank God, Atumedosu would go into the play again.
Yes.
Strong girl, as we would say. But I mean, it's all Edo. It's all Edo. Edo have done almost everything right.
Dominating. I mean, a very dominating performance we have seen from Edo Queens. Precious Oscar would make a chase there with Chisholm to dispossess them, but Abasia from Uwa gets this. The route Diabe would quickly clear it.
It is, of course, a throw-in now for Edo Queens, who I think have been very flawless with their play, and Rivers do not have anything against them. They haven't exactly done anything against this team.
No answer yet.
Absolutely not. Here Chisholm goes. Chisholm Wachuku would try to find Grace Saliu from the left-hand side of flank, and she has, of course, sends the ball into the mix, and it's a strike in there from Ramotalahi Karim. That would have been the leveler that they needed. But somehow, just somehow, it wouldn't go into the back of the net.
After a lot of quietness and calmness for Rivers Angels in this game, they have once again been able to unlock a space via Abasia Fonua and Grace Saliu from Chisholm in the middle of the park, down to Abasia Fon, down to Grace Saliu from the left flank again. They have done that. I think the only opportunity we saw also went on like that, where Grace Saliu would put a cross in, but finds nobody, no white shirt in the box. And Rivers Angels would need to do more. They would need to be able to take care of that habit and see how far they can go in this game.
A good run from Ramotalahi Karim, trying to get past the marker there, but it wouldn't be easy, as that is going to be a corner kick for Rivers. I think that should be one of the firsts for Rivers in this game.
In a long while, exactly. In a long while. I mean, all of the set piece has been to Edo Queen's advantage, who have not been able to make use of it. Let's see if Rivers Angels can be urgent enough for this.
The cross comes in. Rivers has it, but been dispossessed now. Chioma Moses. Here she goes with a prancing run. Has no marker on her. Gets the ball through to find Precious Oscar, who of course has been adjudged to be offside. But you could see what Edo is doing right.
Exactly. The runs from Chioma Moses, she has been practically doing this from the first half, coming in. This time around, Chioma Moses, like we've always seen, would want to, this time around, we've seen that Shoma Moses is no longer making that effort to want to outpace defenders. She's doing more of the work in terms of trying to find connections, find the right passes, and she did that once more again. Remember that she was, of course, instrumental in the very first goal, very pivotal as she gave that cross into the box and located Oscar Precious for the first goal, and now she's doing it again. From the regular season, Shoma Moses is somebody who has really been part and parcel of every goal that the team have produced, and she's doing so this Super 6 again.
It will be devastating for the entire coaching crew of Rivers Angels if they lose their third game so far in the Super 6 in an embarrassing way. Maybe not embarrassing, but then losing your third game in the Super 6 is already embarrassing enough.
It's already embarrassing enough, I must tell you for sure. And Tosan Blankson would like to cover his face in shame because it looks like he has tried all he can do. I mean, in the very last game, they were expecting changes. He didn't change the lineup. And today, he started with a changed lineup. They made the efforts, but the efforts just weren't counting. And now he has changed, strategy again. And it seems like the players that he has put in are still quiet on the pitch. So, to be honest with you, embarrassing, well, it would be a big word at the end of the day if they lose this game.
67 minutes in, and Edo are not relenting. Deborah Odiagbe will send the cross in. It is Victoria Ayokondwe. Now to Chisom Wachiko. Chisom puts the ball in deep, but Edo are just everywhere. Chisom will reclaim the ball. Chisom Wachiko. Grace Saliu now. Grace has a lot of work to get past Valentina Oroko.
Oguchi.
Or rather, Oguchi. And then it's going to be a corner kick for Rivers Angels. And Patience Otubo takes it. Finds Victoria Ayakondue, who sends the ball in, headed out, but then not clear, as it's going to be a tussle in the box. Finally cleared out for a breather for Edo, and Chema Moses will dispossess of it.
Well, I've seen the kind of work that Chidima Ogbuchi is doing for Edo Queens, trying to make sure that she traps in Grace Saliu, who she knows that is capable of doing dangerous things, dangerous passes and crosses in the box, so she would try to clip her down. And Uroko Valentina, of course, are doing the Lord's work. I mean, Marilyn Essen rather, doing the Lord's work to clear that to Uroko Valentina before Edo Queens gets a breather from their box. I think it was a quite well cut out plan for them. Kafaya will send it forward again.
Well, in this very fixture, in the Super 6, Edo are looking to get their first victory against them in the Super 6. In the tournament last year in Ikene, Valentina Uroko's own goal was what stopped Edo from earning their first Super 6 victory against Rivers.
True.
They had already gone ahead through the now departed MMSN in the 26th minute, and then the own goal that ensured that Rivers got themselves level. But like I said, the Super 6 in Port-HARCOURT, we've had lots of stories that have been changed. And today might just be the day where Edo Queens will get their first victory in the Super 6 against the hosts.
Against the host. And recall that there is a jinx right now whenever it comes to the host side. And previously we were talking about how Rivers Angels will be working so hard to want to break this jinx, perform very well in the Super 6, and of course maybe get the trophy. And that will make it the first time that the host city would be retaining the trophy, will be getting the trophy. But for now, from what we've seen so far with Rivers Angels and what we're seeing in this game, it doesn't look possible for now. But of course, like we always say, it's not over until we hear the final blast of the whistle.
Absolutely.
From Rashidat.
Well, it is offside now, as Grace Saliu was making a run into the area of Edo Queens. Now it's a free kick for Edo Queens. It is going to be Valentina Uroko, who is stepping up to take that free kick now. Somehow, Tosan Blankson have been pretty quiet on the touchline today.
I was going to say that less drama because he's really focused on the game. trying to dish out instruction to
And
his
he chested
players.
it. Chested it down.
My goodness. I mean, there's
Great
a lot of
Salih.
work to do.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Chima Moses, here she goes, has 3 defenders. But the ball will be collected off her feet because they know how dangerous it can be on the ball and off it as well. Patience Otubo. Now to Abasiofong Uwa. She will find Grace Aliu, but the header came through Odiagbe. Grace Aliu. It's going to be cleared out now by Chidima Ogbuchi. Rivers will get the ball through Chisom now. Short pass, trying to find Patience Otubo, and Edo Queens will collect the ball. And if Mike Nakwalo is back to her defensive duties. Ngbechi to Ikanakwalo. Ikanakwalo to Wachuku. Wachuku trying to find Saliu there. Now to Patience Otubo. Otubo now to Jumai Adebayo. Jumai making the runs in. Jumai finds the ball. Abasiofionguwa racing down together. She takes a dummy and strikes the ball in. And that will be the equalizer. Abasiofionguwa now levels when it comes to goals.
Yes, Dorcas.
This season with Atumedosu of Edo Queens. They both have 13 goals. And she has scored just her second in the top 6. That in the 72nd minute, Rivers will find a leveler, and it came through substitute Abasiofongua.
Exactly. You know how I said that for Tosan Blanksin, his substitution is going to make the change and the difference in this game. And I had already talked about the fact that they have been quiet for a very long time. And we have seen those ideas and balls coming in from Chisom to Abasiofongua to Grace Saliu. And this time around, Chisom was involved in this goal, getting it to Abasiofongua. Abasiofongua doing the job clinically and finding the back of the net. I did talk about the fact that if they continue in this connection that they have been making, they might as well get an equalizer against Edo Queens, and they have successfully done that. On the highest goal scorer sheet, it's now on par, herself and Atume Dosu.
It is now 13 goals apiece, and the battle for the golden boot is heating up really.
Oh yes, it is.
There is also the young lad from FC Robo Queens in Oluwakemi Adebuyi as well.
Yeah.
She is currently 2 goals behind now. She has 11 goals, I think 12 goals now she scored.
12 goals.
So she's also one goal shy. I mean, it is getting really tough. Edo, who were now looking to be favorites in the title race if they had won Rivers. But now that Rivers have pulled one back, there might be a chance for Rivers too to get something here.
But the Edo Queens would have to clear their lines really quick, have those sharp reflexes, because I see that for some time now, before this goal came in for Rivers Angels, there were not a lot of players up front. They were all in the defense, but just couldn't do anything to clear out that goal.
Well, the fans are charged and Rivers are charged. Here goes Grace Saliu trying to get past Amaka. She's been brought down. Referee says a play on. Deborah Odiagbe will strike the ball, finding Atumedosu, who is yet to score in this game, by the way. Now to Precious Oscar. Making the runs in. Will be dispossessed by Ifeoma Kenakwalo. Kenakwalo finding Patience Otubo, who has been brought down. And the referee says it's a free kick in favor of Edo Queens. I mean, Rashidat Abdul Ganiyu is saying, calm down, it's a free kick. Oh, she has corrected herself. I think she made an error later.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're seeing tempers flaring between the players now, but it's a change. Chisom Wachiko is coming off for Peace F. Young. Peace F. Young comes in as Chisom Wachiko will be coming off. The crowd is charged.
Oh, absolutely, as well as the players, because you can see the runs that Rivers Angels have been trying to do for the last few minutes.
Here we go. Grace Aliu puts the ball in, and the goalkeeper was about to fluff that.
dropping that at first, but then again she was able to gather it safely and would launch it back in play. I'm telling you for sure that Rivers Angels players have now been really charged with that goal. If you see, Abasion Uwa did not care about celebrating the goal because she knows that there is a lot more work to do in this game against Edo Queens.
Now Rivers have seen the chance back in, and they are not exactly saying no for an answer because they are charging, and the referee, another tempers flaring again. Tempers everywhere. Tempers, this time it is Adebi, Sadi Adebi, and of course Patience Otubo. We were going at it. Leave my cloth.
Say that can be like that. I mean, with her height there. You know when they say no grief for anybody, that's the kind of characteristic Saidat has.
Ball into the box, but Edo Queens will clear through. Precious Oscar. Sandra Anwari. Anwari gets the ball, but this time it is Atumedosu. Adeline Ngbechi comes out, hits the ball, and it is Victoria Eyakondue. Precious Oscar now for Edo Queens. Gives the ball to Kapayat Mafishere. Mafishere still with the ball. Deep ball into the box. Adeline Ngbechi will punch it and strikes! It is, of course, a second goal for Edo Queens in Port-HARCOURT. 77 minutes, and it will be Chioma Moses who would, of course, get the ball straight into the back of the net. For Ngbechi, she did save that.
Oh yes, she did.
And the defenders were caught napping because you cannot leave your goalkeeper the way that they have. Because if your goalkeeper had parried, there should be somebody there. But this time, it was just Chioma Moses, and she will do what she knows how to do best. 5 goals already in the Super 6.
5 goals already in the Super 6. I tell you for sure that Chioma Moses has a different kind of style and play in this particular game. We've seen her transition from one style to another. She started this game trying to give a lot of crosses and connection, and right now she has been able to get herself a goal in this encounter. Beautiful one from Precious Oscar, trying to dip it in from Kafayat Mafishere also, and then Andeline Ngbechi, like you said, was caught napping, and Chioma Moses, of course, would take the opportunity any day, anytime. She's very sharp on goal.
Well, now Rivers have much more work to do. Rivers know that it is over here if they lose this one. It's a free kick now for Edo Queens as they will lead 2-1 against the host team, Rivers Angels. The crowd that was charged earlier now sold down again. And now the other part of the crowd
are charged up
again.
Recall that in the regular season it was 2-1. Is this going to end the same way in favor of Edo Queens? Because Edo Queens are now 2-1 up.
Here we go again. This time it is Precious Oscar. But it was just too long for her to handle. Let's go back to the goal again.
Yeah.
It was the fact that Kafayat Mafishere knew that Mary Mahmoud was offside.
Yeah.
And so she didn't get to pass the ball. Waited patiently, tried to push back the defenders for Rivers, and she had the ball. She spotted Chioma Moses, and of course, Atumedosu.
Yeah.
She floated the ball in. The goalkeeper would try to punch it out, and then falls kindly for the waiting Chioma Moses, and that's the goal for you.
That's a goal for you. I mean, it all started from Precious Oscar also, who would also, double round the right flanks. And then, look, the end of the work is just how Chioma Moses was able to stand there for the rebound from Andeline Ngbechi for Edo Queens, not joking with it, knowing that the Rivers Angels have been able to find the equalizer, and they are not willing to give this game to Rivers Angels. They're not willing to deliver it into the hands of Rivers Angels. And that is how Chioma Moses was able to get her side ahead in this encounter. Chioma Moses, an amazing player, a fascinating one for Edo Queens from the regular season down till this point. We might be seeing changes from Moses Aduku, soon enough, but we'll keep tabs on that.
Well, nothing much should change here, if you ask me, from Moses Aduku, because everything seems to be working for him as they currently lead. But there's a fun fact. that just came to mind because in match day 4 of the 2021 Super 6, Rivers Angels collided with Edo Queens as well.
Yeah.
It was Rivers Angels who won that one, 4-0 and proceeded to claim the record title. Then it was 7 titles, and that was on the 23rd of April. But before we get there, Rivers will clear that one. On the 23rd of April 2021 at the Dipodina International Stadium in Ijebu, where Rivers won their last NWFL crown.
Yeah.
And they're now searching for their 8th. And that 8 seems to have eluded them 5 times. Maybe that's 6 times now.
5 times. And if this eludes them right now, I don't know what will befall Tosan Blankson and his coaching crew. There might be, we're already hearing rumors, but of course that's not confirmed at all. And of course, I did talk about the fact that Coach Saduku will try and make some changes, and this would be Rebecca Adegbemile coming in for a second game as a substitute. Let's see what she can be able to do at the end of the day. But Rivers should be showing how resilient they are right now, almost the dying minutes of this game.
Well, they haven't shown that resilience the entire Super 6. So
it has been a struggle.
It's been a struggle for Rivers Angels, and they know that for sure. Where we're starting to see movement, and it's at Tumedosu will be coming off for Adegbemile, Edo Queens. Tumedosu didn't score today, but she has been involved in practically everything that has happened for Edo today.
Oh yes, absolutely, you can say that. And Rebecca Adegbemile coming in. Rebecca has scored 2 goals for Edo Queens in this during the regular season, and she might be on her way to see how far she can go in this game. In the other game where they won against Abia Angels, she came in as a substitute, did not do too much before the end of the game, and right now Moise Adoko is giving her same chance late into the game. So let's see if she would be able to make, something spectacular out of this game for herself.
It's a throw-in now. I mean, the Edo Queens jersey is as dirty as the floor or the turf, especially the captain in Deborah Odiagbe's. But Edo Queens are not relenting. They want more goals. They are smelling blood here.
Well, looking at all the teams that have played today, most of them were in white. And I was wondering, I said, how do they get the laundry done at the end of the day? But of course, they would definitely get it done. I mean, it doesn't matter the color, aside from FC Robo Queens, in which they wear navy blue color, so you wouldn't see much of the stain. But for Edo Queens, Nasarawa Amazons, and Rivers Angels, you would see how much of hard work they do through their jerseys.
Jerseys were white, now they are brown. But it doesn't matter at all to the players because, like I said, that is secondary. What is primary is what is on the scoreboard. And Edo Queens will be the most excited out of the 2 as they currently lead this tie by 2-1 with 84 minutes on the clock. Here we go. It is Peace F. Young, the young 16 years old. She will put a cross in and straight he goes to the goalkeeper, Doris O'Hare. In big games like this, you only get to see a narrow victory. We've seen that with Bayosa, we've seen that with Edo against the Rivers,
yes.
the other way around, And today, it might just be the case again. It's 84 minutes gone already.
Well, there's one thing I see with Rivers Angels right now. They're trying to exploit spaces created by the defensive line of Edo Queens. And I think that if they continue in that manner, they might see another equalizer, making it 2-2, because Peace F. Young is also doing all that she can from the very left flank after she's been, given the pass. Well, it's a throw-in, a potential one.
It's a throw-in for Rivers now. And Grace Saliu gets the ball. This time, Victoria Ayokondue will send the ball to Patience Otubo. Otubo now to the right-hand side, and Rivers will attack through Abasio Fonguwa, who on the right-hand side of attack, trying to get past the marker there. She succeeds, but the ball will only drop for Edo Queens again, as Rivers reclaim possession. It is Jumaya Debayos crossing into the box. Peace F. Young gets it, slips, and Edo will reclaim. And their center referee has given a free kick there. It
But Edo
was
Queens needs to be really careful at this point because Rivers Angels have been able to spot those spaces and holes in between, and they're trying to make use of that to their advantage. And for Edo Queens also, I see that they're sending more men backwards. I mean, look at the front line, you wouldn't see anybody. More men
of
backwards
course,
trying to
you know,
defend.
things have changed for Rivers, so
Oh, yes.
they have to change as well as Rivers.
Oh, yes.
When they are seeing Rivers coming, they have to switch to attacking mode, or rather defensive mode.
yeah.
And when they have the ball, they switch to attacking mode. That's has worked perfectly for the Edo Queens as well. Well, it is Ifo Mike Anakwalo's strike, but it's just too high. And that has nothing to get Rivers back into the game. Well, it is 5 more minutes for Rivers to try something, to get something out of this one. Or, you know, 5 more minutes plus extra time to be added.
Yeah.
Most likely we get to see 6 minutes here for whatever reason.
Because of the intensity of the game and because of the fact that Rashidat, you know, has seen this game and knows that there is still enough chance from Rivers Angels, who are trying as much as possible to be able to come up to par with the performances of Edo Queens.
Well, it is a throw-in now, and Victoria Ayakondue sends the ball. Ooh, Kafayat Fishery needs to be a lot less aggressive, as she just came in clattering. Patience Otubo. Whew. Now that is what we say it is dirty. She was too clean, and I thought Kafayat said, no, you can't be clean in this game.
I mean, this game is a very tough game. It's a tough ground that you are in. You can't be, you know, spotless in terms of your jersey. And she has tasted, you know, what it feels like, what it looks like.
And another free kick for Rivers now, and Victoria Ayakondue about to take it. She does. Put the ball into the area. Edo will clear that out. Ball still in favor of Edo, and Rivers will clear through Ifa Mike and Okwalo. Jumai had the ball. Abasio Fiong has been brought down. The referee says free kick now for Rivers.
Marilyn Essen is really on the matter of Abasio Fiong. Of course, that's why you would see that tackle there from Marilyn Essen. She has really tried to guide that part of the field for Edo Queens, making sure that she has caution against Abasio Fiong.
88 minutes, ball in. Rivers will head Abasio Fiong, but Edo Queens will clear the ball. Still on the air. Edo Queens still charging. Mary Moses on the left-hand side attacking now, having to get past the 4 defenders. She will be dispossessed. Jumai gets the ball back to the midfield, finding Patience Otubo. Otubo will send the ball to Ikanokwalo. Ikanokwalo trying to find, of course, Victoria Ayakondue. Precious Oscar will get the ball. Oscar now to Kafayama Fishery, who have also spotted that Precious was offside. But delay for a little while. Now gives the ball to Precious, and she still finds her offside.
I wanted to say, of course, good try, good pause, and slowing down the pace of the game from Kafayama Fishery. We saw that in the other goal that was scored. And I like the fact that, of course, she looks out for her other teammates, looks out for her team in general, because they know that they're looking for a goal. They cannot afford to, you know, be caught offside after making efforts and finding the back of the net. So good pass from Kafayama Fishery. Hopefully, Precious Oscar gets to snatch the ball again and does magic with it.
Yeah. Lots of agitations here from the fans. But it's a throw-in. Deborah Odiagbe. I mean, you're only giving the referees a reason to add more time into the game.
Exactly. Any delay, of course.
Any delay is going to be added into whatever will be given much later.
Ogbochi Chidima with that snatch there.
It was because Jamotolai kicked the air and not the ball. But Edo Queens are still looking lively, fighting for all of the ball, fighting for something here, fighting for all 3 points, because if they get that, it is in their favor, the title.
A back-to-back header from the middle of the park via Rebecca Ategbemile, who of course got that ball to Precious Oscar, who tried to make a run. She was dispossessed and it went out.
I did say 6 minutes, but then maybe because of Deborah Jagbe's delay,
they added one more minute.
One more minute, and we have 7 minutes about that time here. Edo Queens know that there is other play for, but here goes Mary Mamodu. Snapshots, but comes off the body of Joy Michael. Edo Queens through Chioma Moses now. Ball delivered into the box, headed out by Rivers. Edo Queens will reclaim. This time, ball goes straight to Mary Adeline Mbechi.
Rebecca's job so far in the middle of the park, of course, is coming into fruition because she would always head that the balls back to clear the lines for Edo Queens.
One minute already played, so we have 6 more minutes to go. And Rivers know that there is a chance here to at least maybe level things up.
There is a chance.
At least go home with a draw. Probably.
Exactly. Against your arch rivals, at least go home with a draw. Well, of course, it's worthy of note to mention that this is a South-South derby. Edo Queens versus Rivers Angels. We already saw one between Rivers Angels and Bayelsa Queens. Yeah. It was a keenly contested one, and now we're seeing another South-South derby again.
But here, Edo Queens go. Chioma Moses has the ball. She was trying to send it out there for Mary Mamodu. But that, of course, would not be well properly communicated.
Of course, she expresses her disappointment, putting her hands on her head. She was trying to locate Mary Mamodu, thinking that Mary Mamodu was positioned rightly to be able to find the back of the net. But oh no, I mean, could she have been able to, do it herself? Talking about Chioma Moses.
She could have, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a right footer shot, or just try something new with your left foot. You never know if it goes in or not. But those are probably the options that she had.
Oh, yes.
And she went with one that was also very feasible.
That's Mary Mamodu.
Yeah, Mary Mamodu, absolutely. Well, the game, 2 minutes down. 5 more to go. Plenty time for either of these sides to get themselves on the score sheet still.
Well, of course, but Edo Queens so far has been able to show that in this last minutes of the game, they want to get a goal to themselves. And we've seen that strike coming in from Chioma Moses already, and this might be another opportunity.
Throw in the box. Rivers will head that out. Clears out entirely by Rivers' defense. This time the ball finds Peace Efyong, who has been brought down, and she would win Rivers a free kick. That is Adegbemile, who brought down Peace Efyong. Time is not on anyone's side here. Maybe on the side of Edo because they are the ones leading, but not Rivers, absolutely, because they need to get something out of this one. Losing to your arch rivals, 2 of them in this Super 6, I mean, that is very, very bad.
Of course, it will be very, very bad, and I would like to use your word embarrassing. It will be very embarrassing losing in the South-South derby twice. And there you go, it's a yellow card awarded to Saidat Adebi of Edo Queens after that very rough tackle against the Rivers Angels player. And Rivers Angels have won themselves a free kick here, one that they will be willing to make use of and not create wastage with it.
The question is, can they actually make use of it? Can they use it to their advantage? Because they've had a couple and they haven't used it in their favor.
Exactly. Victoria is standing behind this one. This time around, not Paulinus, who has been substituted out. And she has taken a free kick for Rivers Angels before, but you know how they can be sneaky when it comes to Rivers Angels in the box. So let's see.
Now we have Victoria stepping up because Ifeoma Paulinus has been taken off. There is a chance here. Victoria hit the ball straight into the arms of the waiting Doris O'Hare. It is 95 minutes on the clock. 2 more minutes to go for Edo Queens to take all 3 points here to change the story for Edo Queens and to get their first Super 6 victory against the Jewel of Rivers. History is about to change.
Of course, history is about to change, and I see the players, the substitute, right in the stadium. All of them standing and just waiting for the full-time whistle to blast from Rashidat Abdulganiyu for them to, roar in celebration. But yet again, we need to wait for that final whistle. Like you said, 2 more minutes in this encounter, and Rivers Angels still also have the chance to do something with themselves.
Chima Moses is playing full 90 minutes today. Unlike the other games, she has played this Super 6.
Well, I think she has always played full 90 minutes when it comes to all of the games.
Yeah, and she's been taking off sometimes.
Of course, just to register the fact that she got a hat-trick in the last game where they won 6-2 against Abia Angels and was able to find another one again. That makes it 4 goals in that game. The first hat-trick of the NWFL Super 6 2025 and 2026 season came from Chioma Moses, who already has a goal in this game against Rivers.
So like we said, 5 goals scored in the Super 6 for Chioma Moses. In the Super 6, we must add, only in the Super 6. Oh, yes. But here comes Edo. Edo making that prancing run into Rivers' half. Mary Mahmoudou crosses the ball in, finds Adeline Ngbechi, wouldn't trouble her at all. She's experienced, she knows how to deal with something like that. And so she does. It is almost the full time here. Couple of seconds for our center referee to call time. But that, of course, was the offside whistle blown, not full time. I am sure there are lots of agitations going on.
Oh, yes. I mean, the players who were previously warming up are pulling off their warm-up beep, ready to celebrate if Rashidat blows the final whistle. You can hear time up from some of the fans, but only Rashidat will tell us when it will be time up in the game.
Because she's the arbiter here. It is a throw-in for Rivers Angels. 70 minutes already done. Rivers take the throw-in and it crossed into the box. Rivers here had the chance earlier. Peace of Young. It is patrolable. And that is a goal kick here. Referee is still.
I think this is the same thing we saw in the other game. The referees know that when they know that there is still enough to play for, they leave it, for a few minutes after the time that was scheduled for the extra time.
Well, it is full time in PORT-HARCOURT, and the champion-seeking Edo Queens continue to build momentum. After that opening day setback, Edo Queens have responded exactly the way title contenders should. 3 consecutive victories. Another important result for the Aiders of Edo. Another giant step towards defending their crown. They came into this match with confidence, and they leave with even more. As for Rivers, the pressure will continue to grow. The opportunities are running out, and you know it. But today belongs to Edo Queens. That they are marching on. After here, we will get to listen to the coaches talk about the game. But here at the Adokia Mezemaka Stadium, Edo's end, Edo Queens 2, Rivers Angels 1.
NWFL Super 6 Championship is getting to the final stage of match day 4. And of course, this is the last match of the day. Rivers Angels, the host playing Edo Queens. And of course, the game ended 2-1 in favor of Edo Queens, taking them to the top of the table once again. 9 points this time around. And of course, it's not just about the points, but on goal difference as well. Now we go to the last day, and it's going to be the debate between the reigning champions. It's going to be a debate between the reigning champions, Bayelsa Queens, and Edo Queens at the end of the day. Let's see if we can get reactions from the coaches after the game. As you can see, there's a whole lot of media. Fans are dancing. The supporters, those supporters club are all here dancing. The players are dancing as well. I had to because of the Edo Queens supporters club and the players enjoying themselves. And finally, the coach of the moment, Edo Queens, doing the last job. Coach Moses Ajuku, good to have you. I mean, you started slow, losing your first game, but it's been, winning from then on. You won your second game against FC Robo Queens, and then you went on to beat Abia. Now you defeated Rivers Angels, the host of the NWFL Super 6, and now you are 9 points clear at the table. Can you tell me what did you say to your girls? Just give us your reaction of what happened today.
Well, I want to thank God first and foremost for the performance of my guys. And secondly, I want to appreciate the Rivers Angels guys. They put up a good fight. But, our attacking was unsurmounting. They could not stop us. So, I think we said to ourselves from home that we want to win all the games. But unfortunately, we lost the first one. So I said to them, we must not lose any other one. So that's what you are seeing playing out.
Now, Coach, you take on Bayelsa Queens, who are the reigning champions at the final day. As it stands, you are 9 points on the table. They are behind you with 7 points. And this now takes the Super 6 fight to the final day. You and Bayelsa Queens, what should we expect on match day 5 at the end of the Super 6 final between Edo Queens and Bayelsa Queens?
All I need to say to you now, watch and see. That's all I need to say to you. Watch and see. The final day, you'll see what will happen. Watch and see. No more, no less.
The way you're speaking is like we have to expect more goals coming from your girls. I mean, you've given us so much entertainment here with lots of goals already. Should we be expecting more goals on the final day?
The truth is that we can't get to this point and relent ourselves. The guys are ready. They are good to go. So therefore, just watch and see. That's all I will say for today. Watch and see.
One word for the supporters of Edo Queens.
Yeah, they have been wonderful. They have been behind us. Even when we were down, they came to our hotel, they encouraged the guys. Our chairman has been here, with us, encouraging the guys financially and otherwise. So we have everything to go for. So the next thing is to get the call.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Sadika. Congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
All right, we've just spoken to Coach Moses Ajuku of Edo Queens. And of course, like I said, 9 points after match day 4, and they are taking on Bayelsa Queens, the reigning champions, on the day of the final. Will it be Edo Queens winning the NWFL Super 6 trophy, or will it be Bayelsa Queens? Should Bayelsa beat Edo in the final day, it will, of course, take them 10 points on the table, and it will be just 1 point ahead of Edo Queens. But we have to wait until the final day, and that's where we draw the curtain on. All right. Before we draw the curtain, here comes the coach, Coach Hassan Blasted of Rivers Angels. Coach, wonderful outing from your girls. Wonderful outing from your girls today. But then again, you just got a goal. And 3 points from 4 matches. 3 points from 4 matches. And here we are. Can you tell us what happened? I mean, talk us through the game.
I'm sure you watched the game. Maybe this competition is not our own. The guys, they gave everything. They played very, very well. But somewhere down the line, things happen this way. For me, I still believe they are the best team in this competition. But with the losses we are having, you can't say because we are losing.
All right, the tournament started, and I know when you won your first game, you were so full of, that excitement and hoping to get the trophy, but it didn't go your way. How would you approach the final day, game on the final day? I mean, what should we expect?
We're still going to come out and play our football. Definitely, we'll play well and win. At least if we cannot win the competition, let us win something for our fans. We'll do well. Definitely will not lose the final game.
Yeah, talking about the fans, what would be your message to the fans after the girls' performance today?
The fans, they are watching the game. They are happy the girls are playing well. The problem is that they are not converting their chances. We are doing everything possible to win, to convert those chances. But somewhere along the line, we are missing them. So I want to tell the fans that all hope is not lost. They should just have the confidence, stay behind the team till the final day.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, we've just heard from the coach of Rivers Angels saying that, of course, the fans still need to stand by the team. Even though they're not going to win the tournament, it's okay. And, I mean, they said they've given a good account of themselves. However, they've not been able to take their chances. Well, that's where we draw the curtain for match day 4 at the NWFL Super 6 Championship taking place at the NWFL Stadium here in Rivers State. This is where we draw the curtains for today, and we'll be back on Sunday for match day 5. Will it be EDO Queens? Will it be Bayelsa Queens on the day of the final? Stay tuned. Bye for now.